To become
Oh
one.
god.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan,
And I'm Caz.
and welcome to this week's video. So today I thought that we could just divulge into our relationship a bit and how Ryan and Caz
Became one.
and how to become
Oh
one.
god.
Yeah, so how Ryan and Caz became Ryan and Caz. So
Where do we start?
okay, so basically we met on Tinder. Long and short of it, we met on Tinder.
Peace
Don't
out
worry, we
to
have actually met.
peace out to my parents if they're watching this because they don't know that we met on Tinder.
Oh yeah, right. So the actual story is we met on Tinder, basically.
I
From my
swiped
point of view.
you.
So from my point of view, I had just gotten out of a fling with a nurse, and I was like, right, I'm not gonna date. I'm not gonna date for what was that look about?
Nothing. Continue.
Ryan.
Continue.
Okay, so basically what happened is that I swiped Carrie, so I was like, oh, she looks really, really nice, and you know, I was just doing it casually.
I was on a date with someone else.
It was going really
It
well.
was going like really shit. And so I went on Tinder and just started swiping and swiped Ryan.
And I remember about your picture. Obviously, your first picture is you and RuPaul,
Yeah, it was
and
at my
then when you
18th
come up,
birthday party, that photo. Wait, was it?
yeah,
Yeah, me in the red dress.
yeah, and then swiped along, and I just found you really attractive, and I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna swipe. So we got chatting. I sent you the pickup line. In her bio, it said about pizza. So I said, I'll buy you a pizza.
If you let me ask you
If
one question.
And then obviously she said, go on. What did you think I was gonna ask you?
I don't know, I thought you were going to be like, want a shag or something like that.
No, and what I actually said is, oh, what is your favorite type of pizza? I think that's what I said. And obviously you went like, oh, I like veggie or ham pineapple. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. We started chatting, and then Kaz aired me for a week.
Basically, I was chatting to someone else who was a little more interesting.
Wait, what the fuck is this?
I mean, when we say interested, as I said, I wasn't really interested just because I'd just ended with this nurse and we were on our placement, so I didn't really have that much time to talk to people. But then my housemate grabbed my phone and just messaged all my matches on Tinder, and Kaz was the only one who replied. And then we just started chatting and chatting, and I think after that point, like obviously that other guy that you were speaking to turned out to be a dickhead. And we just went on chatting and chatting.
It was
And
a
I remember I was in
Wednesday, and I was in a free period.
and I had no uni, and I was in Salisbury
You were on
with
the way to
my
Tuesday when we first started chatting.
yeah,
And then then you turned around and was like, because we were chatting on Tinder, like messaging back forward, and then you were like, oh, add me on Snap. I reply like lightning on there because he was like replying kind of slow because he said his notifications were off. So I was like, oh, okay, fine, yeah, this is kind of interesting convo, like whatever, I'll add him. And then like you sent me a photo of you in the back of whoever's car it was when you were in the car park at Salisbury.
yeah, the one who was shagging the whole Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And we were kind of just chatting, and to be fair, we were chatting a lot more than when we first started. Like I found out a lot about you, you found out a lot about me, and then we decided to call for the first time. And I kid you not, guys, we were on the phone for 5 hours straight, and then we kept chatting, and we were like, right, when are we going to go on a date then? And Kaz was like, oh, well, I'm free tomorrow night. And it was a Tuesday that we obviously went on our date. And I said, okay, you're on, we'll go. You didn't think I was going to turn up because I drove 3 hours from Bournemouth just for this date. And lo and behold, I actually did turn up. And I picked you up in my car. I remember that you had like this like eye makeup that was really, really pretty, and I really like and like highlighted your eyes. No, I'm not even joking. Like it was really good. And you told your parents that you were going out with small wife, so that was
Small
fun.
husband. Yeah, I was like, oh, because
Yeah.
I like we always went to Spoons just for like dinner, or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'm going to Spoons, a small wife and a small husband, and whatever. Like, small wife's going to pick me up. But obviously, my mum knows what car she has. So obviously, when I get in Ryan's car, my mum then texts me and goes, oh, small wife's got a new car, and I'm just there like, drive.
So we ended up going to Spoons, romantic first date, I know. And
Can I
at the
just
time,
say that I directed him because he was in Bromley, he's never been to Bromley before, or whatever. So I drove him into Bromley. People who live in Bromley know, we parked in the Glades, and while he was parking, he reversed his car into one of the support pillars.
Yeah, but what I said, I was like, oh, well, I was looking at you. You distracted me. I was just like being like, don't let this date be over before we started. But I was actually really nervous. So obviously,
It was cute.
thank you. So we ended up going to Spoons, and we had some food and some drink. And can I say, just to embarrass you, you were on antibiotics at the time.
This one had a chest infection.
And drank alcohol. So Kaz got drunk very, very quickly, but obviously where I had to drive, I was like limiting myself. And I saw her kind of like open up and be more like wall was coming down. And we ended up going out. Another fun fact, I told Kaz I was 6 foot. I'm 5'9", so I wasn't 6 foot. So Kaz was like, oh, wore heels, and she was taller than me. Which was great and done a lot for my self-esteem. But yeah, so we went back to my car. I dropped her off.
By the way, when we left Spoons, it was snowing, and this one didn't have a coat. So I offered him my scarf.
And I was like, no, I'm fine. Because like obviously I hadn't gone on a proper date before. Like with my ex, it was kind of a whirlwind. So I was like, oh, from what I've seen in films, like the guy always offers the girl a jacket. I don't want to take something from her. And obviously it was very early days, so we didn't know what each other was like. I didn't know if she'd judge me for doing that or whatever. So basically I drove Kaz back to her house, and we kissed in the car.
Well, no. Ryan turned around and said, well, I can't go back home and tell the girls that nothing happened. The girls meaning his uni housemates. So I was like, great.
Yeah, but it wasn't, I didn't force you. It was quite natural. And it was really great. It was really great. And then obviously we were chatting and we met up a couple of days later, and I met RuPaul for the first time on our second date.
I was really nervous, but I wanted to like introduce you to like one of my mates to kind of, because me and RuPaul were really close at this point, and like I wanted her like opinion, so you know, I took you both to Spoons.
Yeah, and we were like just chatting, and obviously I was still nervous, but we were just chatting, and RuPaul ended up drawing a Venn diagram of all of Kaz's exes and people she'd, you know, done stuff with and everything. And it was really, really funny. And I got on really, really well with RuPaul, which I think helped a lot. And, you know, we were being cute, we were holding hands, you know, I had my hand on your leg. And she said, well, when are you going to get together officially? And we were like, well, I don't know. So we just, you know, was going with the flow. But in my head, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to do this and I want to do this. So, roll on to our third date. You actually came to my ends.
Yeah, drove all the way to Dagenham. Which was really scary. And so I missed the turning. I shit myself.
I apologise for that. But what basically happened is that, obviously with that, Kaz wasn't in a good mood. And as you guys know, when Kaz isn't in a good mood, she shows it. So we... went to Mackey's to begin with.
We were going to go to the pub, but it was like 2 p.m. and I was like, it's a bit early to go pub.
It's never too early to go pub. But I obviously spoke to RuPaul and I spoke to my family, and they said the way that I was going to ask her out is we were going to play like Paul, whatever. I was going to like draw out like a love heart or whatever. But they were like, look, if it was me, I'd want something a bit more private and intimate. So I was like, okay, we'll go to Mackey's to begin with. And I said, oh, what film do you want to see at the cinema? And I will never forget what you said. You said, you pick and don't be wrong. And I was like, okay then. Okay. Oh, I'm a little bit intimidated now. So we ended up going to see Glass, which was the crappiest film on the planet.
Shittest movie ever.
Yeah. And but it was quite nice because we got to cuddle in the cinema and, you know, get a bit more intimate. Not that intimate, not naughty intimate, but, you know, just cuddling. Kisses and stuff. And then I drove her back, and basically what happened is that I knew that her favourite flower was a carnation, and I bought a single carnation and put it on her car, and obviously we went back to her car and I asked her out, and she said no. And then she was like, no, I'm joking, yeah, of course. And the rest is history, really.
We here now, bitches.
And we're here now. Honestly, when I say that this past year and a bit has been the best of my life, and obviously I want to do a whole series on this, on like different stages and different things in our relationship that's happened, but I don't know if you're in agreement with that.
No, I would do that. That sounds good.
Yeah. And it's really nice just to remember everything, and I think we've grown a lot in about the year that we've been together, just over a year, which is really nice that I got to grow with Kaz.
We're being cute now. Stop.
Okay, guys. So that's the end of today's video. I hope you liked it. And don't forget to like,
comment,
and subscribe. And until next time, bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys. Oh my god, my face. It's so shiny.
You're always shiny.
I know, I'm sweaty.